but I think we'll go ahead and get started. I know there's so much we want to hear about and share today. Recently, I've had the opportunity to collaborate with Vanita Wyndham, the Ohio's Workforce Operations Manager. So welcome, Vanita. And when we were communicating, I could tell her passion for this program, and I asked her to grab the team and join us for today's Lunch and Learn. So Vanita, if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you to kind of introduce everyone from the team that's joined us today.
Yes, so we have with us today myself, the Workforce Operations Assistant. Hello. And we also have our area manager, Miss Heather Wade. She's an Ohio native and a very proud mother of 4 and a wife for over 25 years. She currently serves as our area manager for Eckerd Connects, where she splits her time between program operations, supervision, and business development. And then we also have with us today Miss Monica Broadnax. She is our workforce development specialist, and she began with ResCare at the Arbor Career Center Career Link facility in Reading, Pennsylvania, and located here to Ohio. So welcome, Miss Monica, today. With us, she's developed a passion for connecting at-risk youth with education, training, and employment opportunities in her role of education advocate and follow-up specialist, and then here with us at Eckerd Connects. And then we also have Miss Katina Evans. She is now our program manager, and her career in finance and branched out to education and public service for over 15 years. She lends her expertise and knowledge in the nonprofit and private sector organizations with her commitment and determination in helping young adults. And that is who we have participating in the conversation today on our team. But we do have our fellow employees with us here today as well. It's a number of them on here from Ohio.
Well, fantastic. I'm excited to learn more, and I thank everyone from the team who's joined and those who are going to help lead the conversation today. Katina, if you don't mind starting us off, can you take a few minutes to tell us about the program?
All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm so happy that everyone is on this call today. OHIO, I see you, Miss Heather. So just a little bit about our program here in Ohio. We are AMP program, so it's Achieve More and Prosper. We serve out-of-school youth, 16 to 24-year-olds. So those youth either have a high school diploma or a GED, or they do not have those. So we work with those youth that do not have a high school diploma or a GED. We work with them to, because I am an educator, because I was a high school teacher, I push for them to get that high school diploma or GED, because it's very important for them to get to the next level that they want to be in. So I do advocate for them to find the best school possible in order to obtain those credentials. And then those youth that might have a high school diploma or GED, we work with them to find out what their passion, what their career is. I know at the age of 16, 17, 18, well, 17 when I graduated, I didn't ever think that I was going to be a high school teacher, not in a million years. So I wanted to run my own daycare center. So these youth have an opportunity to figure out what they want to do, their career passion at a young age, at this age. And we're here to support them. So any of the youth that their barriers could be, again, no high school diploma or GED, they're runaways, foster care, juvenile, they might lack the necessary basic skills. So they might be basic skills deficient. They might have low income. They're parenting or pregnant. That's they might have a disability as well. So we have a lot of we have some youth that have disabilities too that we work with as well. So we are basically we work with them to try to obtain what they need And we are able to serve them 14 and 14 capacity, like 14 elements is what we call it. So we do tutoring for them. So those youth that need their GED or high school diploma, um, we have a lot of educators within our organization that we're able to help them, but we also have resources that we are able to send them to, like Sylvan Learning Center. So they're able to get the necessary tools that they need in order to hopefully obtain the information in order to get that GED or high school diploma. We do soft skills training. We have paid and unpaid internships that they're able to go and work at an employer and just say, just to basically get a feel for, is this something that they're going to enjoy doing or not? Maybe I need to change my career field. So they have that opportunity to do that. We're able to give them supportive services, so bus passes, gas cards if they need them until they're able to maintain employment so that they can purchase their own fuel for their cars. We're able to help with clothing, so like work attire. If they need work attire, we're able to help them with that. We do background checks. So if there's an employer that needs a background check for our clients, we're able to provide them with that. We do comprehensive guidance and counseling for any of our youth that might need to speak with the counselor, which during this pandemic, it seems like a lot of them have needed that assistance. So we're still, trying to get everyone situated in that capacity. We do financial literacy, but we also have an outside resource that does financial literacy. Again, I was a high school teacher and I taught financial literacy to high school students. So that is something that is very, very important for these young people to have. We also are able to provide our youth with an individual training account. So if we have young people that want to go get certified in cybersecurity, we're able to write this. We call it an ITA. We write this ITA for them. It's a voucher that we get signed off, like maybe from, a company that's on our WIAT website. And these young people don't have to pay anything out of pocket. And it's all paid for. All they have to do is attend and pass and get the credential. So, and these are like our highlights, because I think we have I want to say about 15 or 16 ITAs out there right now. And right now, I believe about 5 or 6 of them have completed. So we're doing very well in that area. So that's exciting to us, because I just like to see when they get these credentials.
Absolutely. Congratulations to you and to the youth, and especially during this year. That's fantastic.
Yeah, and then one more thing, and then we also do follow-up services. So we have a couple youth that have gained their ITA, their certification, and they're employed in a job making some good money. So we want to exit them. So we do follow-up services with them for a year, and they're still able to get, maybe if somebody might need supportive service dollars, we're still able to help them in that capacity, and just follow up with them to see whatever else that they might need for a year after their exit.
Oh, it's amazing all of what you guys tackle. I love that it comes from an education background, and then the depth of support you're able to surround your young people with. These at-risk youth, I know, are blessed by your team and by this program. Bonita, I know that you have a mass communications degree from Kentucky State University. Share a little bit using all of those skills, those communication skills. How do people learn about your program? How do the youth connect to Eckerd?
Yes, so if you would like to be a part of our workforce development program, you can complete an online application at eckerd.org, which I will post in the chat. You can also follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, in which I will post as well in the chat. And you can visit eckerd.org for more details, or my email is bwyndham@eckerd.org. I will put that in the chat as well if you have any questions. I've lost my place. I'm sorry. You can, like I said, you can complete the application online. You can also walk in, give us a call. We have transfers from other programs. We work closely with Franklin County, and they send us referrals all the time. I would then set up a phone screen, and I'll ask you some of your basic questions and get some of your basic information to see if you're eligible for our program. And those include some of your basic skills, career goals, and your barriers. And then once we find out if you're eligible or not, what I'll do is reach out to one of our career coaches and get you scheduled for your initial appointment. Now that can be in person or it can be on the phone. And then we get you started for your successful career goals in life that you would like to do, whether it be education or working. And how I like to tie in my degree is because I was not brought up with these type of resources and things, I like to, get all the information I can and be able to share this with those who were like me, who didn't know of any of this going on.
Yeah, again, the programs, the support services, as Katina mentioned, 17 going to college. I think I changed my major 3 times, but I was in college and had those guidance counselors. So you all kind of act as those guidance counselors for these youth as they're trying to find pathways to success. And I can tell already you guys are such a great devoted team. So let's take a few minutes. I would love to hear your stories. I know you all have such a heart for helping young people, and maybe share also how you ended up choosing workforce development as your path. I know Eckerd, we offer several services, but you all have chosen this specific program. So I'd love to hear a little bit about that. Heather, do you want to start us off?
Sure. Can you hear me okay? Awesome. So when I tell people about how I ended up in workforce development, I always say that this career chose me. I did not necessarily graduate high school and say, I'm going to get into workforce development. I was brought into this world of services, providing services because of a personal experience. I have a adult son who was born with cerebral palsy. And through working with him and supporting him, I was introduced to a lot of career options. I was very young when I had him, was 20 years old. And so I was able to talk to therapists and doctors and service coordinators, and all of it was fascinating to me, educators and all of that they did. And because of that, I started to pursue my education in becoming an intervention specialist at Columbus State Community College here in Franklin County. Fast forward a little bit, I was also working as a property manager for a property management firm that served low-income residents. So I was a receptionist, and being at the front desk, you always find yourself trying to help folks meet the needs for their family. So I learned a lot about Franklin County services in that capacity. And then I transitioned into service coordination with HUD, and I served the elderly. And in that, I helped them sustain their residents, help to keep them in place in their homes for as long as possible, because I had all of the services come to them. And that's kind of how I got into it. I was recruited actually from that job into my first official workforce job that was contracted by Franklin County Department of Jobs and Family Services, where I was a vocational instructor, teaching those soft skills, typing back then, right? Email etiquette, computer literacy. So I taught those until I was then promoted to program management, and I've been here ever since. So I'm actually very pleased with my journey. I don't think that I'm glad that I was introduced to it this way.
Oh, Heather, thank you so much for sharing. You can just tell throughout your life that you've been in those capacities to try to give back to people and make sure people are connected to to all the services that can help them find those pathways to success. So thank you so much. Monica, do you want to share a little bit about your journey, about your heart, your passion?
Sure. I don't have a really good story. I really just keep getting sucked into working with you. I started working with at-risk youth in Reading, Pennsylvania a long time ago. And I really from there developed a passion. And even seriously, my degree is in organizational management. So I tried to get out of working with youth, and I ended up taking an HR position here in Ohio, but I was out of school. So I still was surrounded by hundreds of youth in the building. And when I left there, here I am at Eckerd. I love my job. I love what I do. Every one of our youth that we serve, they're all different and special and I love what I do. And the young lady that you're going to meet today, she's one in a million. So thank you.
Awesome. I look forward to hearing more about Precious in a few minutes, but Katina, do you want to share a little bit about your background as well?
Okay, so as I had started to say, I was trying to catch myself. So I graduated at the age of 17 from high school, and I ventured out. I wanted to run my own daycare center because my mom had a in-home daycare center, and I was like, "Oh, this is what I want to do." So then I said, "No, thank you. I don't think I want any kids, and I don't want to. I don't want any little ones." So I went into I did business man. I graduated with a business administration degree, and then went on to get my master's in organizational leadership, which I just recently got that. I think it was about a year ago. So I was in finance for about 14 years. Then I said, you know what? I really want to go help my community where I grew up at. I want to be a teacher. So I got into teaching. I was teaching at a charter school for 10 years, and I loved every moment of it. Although I'm very short, I'm like 5'2", and these students were very much taller than I am. But when I tell you, just to see these young people grasp what my little old voice, was saying to them was just amazing. And I started with working with it was Hinkles and McCoy's back then, but I started with them in an after school program at the school I was teaching at. And that's how I kind of like got started. I was doing that part-time, and then I was doing the summer program for the company. And then in 2016, Miss Heather and Miss Jess said, "Hey, do you want to come on full time?" And I'm like, "Why, sure." Because then at that point, my contract for teaching didn't get renewed. And I was like, "Sure, why not? I've been doing it. I might as well just come on board full time." So I love what I do. I love my team. Um, it is just, and to see the outcomes that our young people end up with is like, it's amazing. It's like being that parent for these young people and like being so proud of what they accomplish. So I've been with the team for 11 and a half years, and I love every moment of it.
That's awesome. I just love how you each bring a varied background with several different, skill sets, but you guys together make up this great team, like I said, that are supporting these at-risk youth and connecting them to their potential. So we're so thankful for that. Bonita, I know you shared a little. Did you want to share any more about how you come to Eckerd and your passion for working with these at-risk kids?
Yeah, so how I came to Eckerd, I graduated from Kentucky State back in 2013. When I came home, I began working at FedEx office, whom I was with for 4 years. Now my background is communication, and I have really exceptional communication or organizational skills. So I wanted to put that into more use. So I began looking for a new job, and I came upon Eckerd Connects. They were looking for a workforce operations assistant, and I felt like I could fill that position. I have the qualities that they were asking for, and I had more that I could bring to the table for them. So I applied and I got the job, and I took off from there. And then also, as I mentioned, I didn't have any of this growing up. So I was kind of learning on the job, although I was like the back end and office and operations, and I don't exactly work with the kids. I do the initial screening. So I do build a beginning relationship with them. And I'm also like the face. I'm the beginning or the first person that they talk to or see or hear from.
Right. The
Yeah.
gatekeeper.
So I just learned to want to help them, and it's just wanting me, or I just want to get out there and see the community grow and be able to have access to things that I didn't, and be able to share it with people who didn't receive that information, because I didn't know what it was until I got here. So I want to be able to spread that to everyone else in the community who it's not clear for them to see.
And thank you so much, Benita. You definitely put your communications and your organizational skills to work to help us create today's Lunch and Learn. So I appreciate that so much. But obviously what I can hear from all of you is how proud you are and how important it is for you to connect these youth to a successful journey. So I'd love to hear some stories of how you've done that, some youth who have been successful, and then also to have one of you introduce Precious to us and have her share a little bit about her journey. So I don't know, Monica or Katina, who wants to go first?
You can go first.
I'll
Katina.
go first because I'll let Monica introduce Precious.
Fantastic.
Okay, just about some of our success stories here since I've been here. I know that being able to watch these young people grow into their desired career field or just their desire has been, like I said before, it has been truly amazing, and it warms my heart to know that they're able to reach for the stars and grab it. So we have one young person, his name is Munir. He came in, he knew exactly what he wanted to do. He wanted to go into IT. So I believe it's cybersecurity that he got his credential in. And he obtained his credential. Miss Monica helped him in finding the career. I don't even want to call it a job. He found a career making great money at the age of, is he 20? I believe 20 or 21. But I wasn't working in my career field at the age of 21. No way was I. Absolutely not. So, but to see him just prosper the way that he has, and I mean, like I said, he's only one of the many stories that we have here at Eckerd in Ohio. And it makes us all excited when we talk about Munir. So but I can't wait for this next person to be the success story, because she is truly amazing. I have talked to her for the last couple. I talked to her today. I talked to her a couple of days ago, Miss Precious, and I'm excited for the path that these young people are taking.
Thank you so much. You guys are inspiring me today, and I just really appreciate it. Monica, what would you like to share and then introduce Precious to us?
I first would like to say I do have one quick story, but
Yeah.
before I forget, I would like to shout out to Munir's career coach. So you guys, without the coaches, I would be nothing. So I depend on you. You guys do an awesome job. So I get to look good when I place them in a job. But you work with them to get them where they are. So shout out to all the career coaches that are on today. Yes, Marissa, you, specifically you. She's Munir's career coach.
Fantastic.
One particular story is when your client or your participant becomes your colleague. So one of our participants went on to, make a long story short, work with one of our community partners, and we find ourselves sitting on a call all together, and it was just a good feeling. You know, when you see them and they're in where they set out, where they've reached their goals. So that was great. So that was my story of participant winning. And this young lady that I'm about to introduce, can we get a drum roll, everybody? No, I'm kidding. But oh, I'm getting it. I'm getting.
All right.
All right, welcome, Miss Precious Smith. Precious is so full of life and energy, and she knows what she wants to do. Another person, shout out to her career coach, Miss Mel, sent her to me, and she was ready to go. She has her resume. She's ready to take on the world. Something special happened while working with her. She was being very patient because she's getting ready to start nursing school, and she knows, like I said, what she wants to do. So there is a job that I'm kind of waiting to hear from the employer. A week goes by, we check in, she's still patient. And I swear, like out of nowhere comes an opportunity with Nationwide Children's Hospital. So I called her, I said, hey, listen to this. What do you think? And she's like, oh, we were both so excited. But anyway, I submitted her to a program where she's going to be, she's been referred to this program to go through as an intern, actually working in the hospital. It's her dream job for
That's
now, but she's
fantastic.
got bigger goals. This is her dream job for the summer, right, Precious? So introducing Miss Precious Smith.
Precious, thank you so much for joining us. First and foremost, congratulations. We're so excited for this opportunity for you. Do you have a few minutes just to kind of share with us your journey through with Eckerd Connects, what you've accomplished in the program, and then maybe share a little bit about those bigger dreams that you have?
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Absolutely.
Okay, I remember I first finished high school. I graduated in 2020. Well, first of all, my name is Precious. I'm 18 years old. I graduated in 2020, and I was kind of on the iffy side on what I wanted to do with myself. And I come from a family where, like, when I finish college, I'll be the third person in my entire family to finish college. So, and I'll be the first nurse in my family. So
Awesome.
I come from a background where it's not that many people to look up to, and I'm the only child. So I was online one day and I was looking, I'm like, okay, I'm looking for mentors, someone just to have that, someone hold your hand. Sometimes you need that in life. And I'm online, I'm looking, and I'm like, I'm in mentorship program, but they're for smaller, younger children. So I'm like, okay, I came across these guys, and it's honestly been such a great experience. You can't buy this. What that sometimes when they call, how you doing? Is this done? Is that done? Hey, how's your day going? You need anything? What are you looking for? Where are your goals? You can't buy that type, and it's genuine. You can't buy it. It's honestly, they have been such a blessing to my life, my family's life, just helping me get through my obstacles in life and just being there for me. And it means a lot, especially being young. It means a lot to me. It means so much to me. So that's basically my journey with them. In the future, I'm just hoping to be a nurse. I'll be the first nurse in my family, as I mentioned. So I'm really excited about nursing school and the opportunities and things. That's pretty much it for me. Just I'm really excited to go into the medical field.
Precious, we're so excited for you to be able to reach those goals. I can certainly tell you have initiative, and I'm so thankful that your initiative was able to couple up with our program in Ohio, Eckerd's program in Ohio, and together with that support system. Like you said, I think we all need it. And I'm glad that you were able to find it and to fulfill these dreams. Tell us a little bit about your internship this summer. What are you going to be doing?
Um, well, works through. I'll be up at Children's, which is my dream job, which is so crazy how that all flew in. That is my dream job. What it was my dream job when I to finish school, but now that it's coming in now, it's like it's even better. It just I can't even say the words. I'm so excited, but I'll just be working up there. Just getting that experience. So hopefully, just getting that experience this summer, and hopefully, when I graduate from college, I'll be able to work there. So yeah, just get that experience.
That's right. You're going to get your foot in the door now. And again, I can tell already by your determination that they're going to love you. And I look forward to them supporting you too. And isn't that such a great thing that we're able to do at Eckerd? We kind of bring everybody together. We start them on their path, but then thanks to the community partners that we have, we're able to kind of let you fly now. And we're so excited for you. Congratulations. Blessings on you, Precious. Thanks so much for sharing. We're going to shift a little bit now and kind of go more into operation mode. And I know, Heather, if you wouldn't mind kind of sharing some of the goals that you have for the upcoming year.
Sure, sure. So with the fiscal year, it's actually coming up, approaching very quickly. So, but first I wanted to say, Precious, I think that your story is a blessing to me because I did not have that kind of focus when I was your age at all. I mean, the most I could think about was becoming an actress and maybe becoming a Dallas Cowboy cheerleader. Like that was, that was it for me. So I'm super duper proud of you, sweetheart. I really am. And look forward to seeing you grow in the industry. But yeah, our biggest goal for this project is to find our young people, to find more youth like Precious and get them engaged into the program. We have about 40 to 50 slots that we are currently trying to fill. So we're doing active recruitment even during the pandemic. We are finding new ways to stretch our skill set and let young people know where we are and what we can do for them. One of the things with that increased engagement that I was talking about is that most young people find us when they're in a crisis. So we don't necessarily get to even tell them about the variety of services that are offered until we deal with the crisis, right? So they come to us and they maybe need support with utilities or childcare or shelter or uniforms or something like that. And we have to address that immediate need first and then tell them about the broader picture and all of the services that Katina shared with you earlier in the discussion, the financial financial literacy, the leadership development, and the paid education. Okay, student loans are real. They are. But our young people are able to get into to these advanced training opportunities through vendors that will pay for this program. It pays for their education, so they come out debt free with a credential in the industry of their desire, which is amazing. So we want to do our biggest effort right now before the end of the fiscal year is to find more young people to share this particular resource with.
Absolutely. You guys have so much to offer, and connecting these young people to their potential and keeping them engaged. We want to support that as we can, and hopefully folks on this call can help support that as well and get the word out because as so many of you have shared, not all of us had these types of resources when we were growing up and at this pivotal stage in life. So if we can connect to them before there's too much crisis, then, even better. So, well, we will definitely support you. Thank you, Heather, for sharing that. Also, Heather and Katina, if you want to take turns and kind of share how COVID, we're starting to come out, we're starting to see a lot of more people vaccinated. But I know at the beginning, you really had to shift how you were delivering services. And even now, you're kind of split on how you're delivering services. So share a little bit about those challenges with us.
Okay, I'll go first. Thank you. uh, Beginning of COVID, I will not lie because I'm probably the most honest person that you'll ever get. It was difficult. The young people, they were used to coming into the office, working at the computers. They had somewhere to come. And then for this to happen, and then we're doing a lot of stuff virtually, telephone calls, checking on people, not being able to go to their houses to really check on them for real. So, but it has allowed us to broaden our scope, making our staff get out of their little comfort zone and use the computer to talk to these young people via WebEx, Zoom, video calling, you name it. Just being able to let everybody to get out of their comfort zone to work with the young people in a different capacity instead of forcing them to come to the office if they don't want to, if they can't get here. So the staff starting out, I think it was a little difficult like I said, it was difficult for me just to go home to a bunch of kids and my husband. I was getting tired. So I was ready to come back. But then we had, when we were all at home working, we had one staff member, I'm not going to call them out on this call. They were still coming to the office working because they just could absolutely not work at home. But they were the only ones here, and they were safe and was always checking in every single day, like, hey, I'm here, I'm about to leave, everything. But we didn't want her to be here, but she was still here doing her job. But just, and then trying to transition back to the office. I know Miss Bonita said that, there's one team that comes in, on certain days, another team comes in on certain days. We're all here every day. Like we are literally here. We're trying to keep our distance from everybody, wearing our masks. I come in first thing in the morning and I'm wiping stuff down because I don't want nobody sick on my watch. But we have cleaning a cleaning crew as well, but I'm one of the people that get here first thing in the morning and I'm always making sure that I'll do some extra cleaning. And then I'll let Miss Heather, because I can ramble on and you guys will probably get tired of me. So I'll let Miss Heather go.
Tina, you're always fun to listen to. So, hey, do you. It's so much easier, right? But one of the things that I think that the whole staff, the whole team, they're amazing because I think all of us, in like Katina, to Katina's point, we all had to pivot like in a major way. How we communicate, how we managed our meetings and our workflow for services and program implementation. How we had to learn a whole new meeting platforms. We had to learn new meeting platforms and everything. So, and it's hard because this wonderful group of professionals that I had the privilege of like recruiting, the majority of them, man, they are hands-on folks. They knock on doors, they give hugs, they are there with their clients, meeting them where they are. And to tell them that they had to do all of that work behind a webcam was a tough ask. It's very hard when you have people that are so passionate about serving the young people in Franklin County. And but they did it. Not only did they do it, but we are also going way beyond that and evolving and learning more. I think now our capacity to serve has grown over the last year. We found new ways to engage our young people through social media and through virtual meetings. And we are actually operating even more efficiently in this capacity because we can actually pre-record content and then share it when our kids are ready, or our participants are ready to hear the message, right? So we have this flexibility in service delivery that we didn't necessarily have prior to the pandemic. So I honestly want to give a big old shout out. You guys know how I am. I give my virtual hugs like this. Ohio, I'm very, very proud of you. I think you guys do it well and are doing a great job taking care of this program.
Yeah, as Sarah shared in the youth, that it was a whole new skill set that the staff had to develop, and you all are fantastic. And I know it's so hard when we're used to, like you said, knocking on the doors, being right there with the person, hand holding, to now virtually handhold was definitely a new level, a new skill, and fantastic that you all were able to do that because of your passion to keep helping these at-risk youth. So thank you so much. Before we get off this afternoon, I wondered if Monica and Katina, if you all wanted to share, obviously a lot of the services we provide are through contracts. And so, you're able to meet most of these needs through contract needs, as Katina was sharing all the services we provide. But I know that there are those additional gap needs. There's things that are outside of the contract that if we were able to provide for our young people, it would even help more ensure their success in the future. Monica, do you want to share a little bit about that? What are some of your gap needs? Because I know we have donors on the call and we want to just get everyone involved.
Awesome. I would love to. I have something live. I would like to say we keep a wish list on deck at all times. Heather, make sure that we keep it updated with things that we need. So we have that. But at the moment, right now, the same opportunity that Miss Precious Smith has in front of her, there's a gap. So we're working with the hospital, we're working with our funder, and we're working with the dropout recovery school students. So we have students that are going to school, they earn a credential, they expend all of their internship hours. So some of the young people that are in this program can't go into the program that Ms. Smith is joining because they've used all the funding. So I really haven't had an opportunity to share, like to really talk about it with the team. And I don't know what funds we have, but that's an immediate need because I have like probably 3 participants in that group in particular that have done, if they've used all their money, that means they've done everything they're supposed to do pretty much. They've gone to class, they've gotten a credential, they're eligible for this program, but there's no money, so I can't submit them to the program. So that's a live thing that we need like today.
Yeah, that's a huge gap need because, as you said, you've got young people who are successful, they've completed the program, they're doing well, but this extra funding would help them connect to that next working relationship that they need to provide success for themselves and their families. So definitely, the constraints of a contract, but then trying to fill these gap needs so that we can provide funding for this final piece of their journey.
So it's so live that I haven't, like I said, I haven't talked to Katina, haven't talked to Heather about it, and I haven't responded to the young people either because I just wanted to figure out what we could do on our end before I say, oh, I'm sorry, I know you did everything you're supposed to do. So yeah, that's one thing that we need. Katina.
Thank you. Katina, yeah, what else are some of those gap needs? I know, lots of times transportation, tuition assistance, those types of things.
That is actually, that's one of the things that I am working on, a success award for one of our participants now. that, she has been in the program. We were trying to get her on the call as well, but she had to work, so she couldn't do it. But, just being able to, she has two small children, and she's working from home. Um, and she had to eventually get her another car. But she needs some help because she didn't have a car payment at first, but her car kept breaking down. Um, so now she wants a little bit of assistance with helping to pay that car note. Um, she has the funds, but of course it's tight for her. And she's so wonderful doing the things that she needs to do. Like she has literally exhausted the program. Like right now, she's working on her ITA. So we wrote an ITA for her. She's doing us IT as well, and she's furthering her career in IT. But she needs some extra help. So we have those young people that need help with transportation. And we also have those young people that do have that gap in, like, so say that we have a young person that wants to go to a 4-year college. There's that gap where, okay, how are they going to fund the rest of their college, in order for them to make it through? Because we only are allowing, a certain amount for the ITAs, and heaven forbid if we can try to not allow them to take out any student loans of all the debt that I'm in right now, that I wish would just disappear. But if we can close that gap in order to help them, if we start them on that path, why can't we help them finish the path that they started?
Exactly. Thank you so much, Katina, for mentioning Success Awards. We do, Eckerd Connects has our Success Award program where we like to recognize and honor and support these youth who have gone on above and beyond and are pushing forward. And it's so important that, as both Katina and Monica shared, that we find the funding, because we want to provide the full picture. We want to make sure that these kids who started with us are going to be able to proceed through their journey successfully. So thank you all so much. I know we just have a few minutes left. I didn't know if anyone had a question or wanted to share anything additional. I know that your team members are here. If anyone wanted to unmute and ask a question or share something else. Don't worry, lots of times we don't get questions. Everyone's a little busy at lunch, and also you guys did such a great job of sharing the story of Eckerd Connects in Ohio. Again, a lot of information in the chat for how to communicate and to get more information, but thank you all so much. Again, Bonita, thank you guys so much for organizing this and bringing the team together. Precious, you're the highlight of today, so thank you so much. Congratulations. Congratulations to your team for helping you, but again, coupled with your determination, I know you're going to have great success. We wish you all the best this summer in your program. Again, thank you all for joining us. Next week, Roy, the professional game show host, the professional, will be back, and he will be sharing again about another program of Eckerd Connects. But thank you all for joining us. I hope you all have a great afternoon.
You as well. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.